Good morning, teacher.
Hi, Clara, good morning. Okay, we're going to start with today's class. So sorry, my internet is very slow today. It was raining a lot last night, so I think that's why my internet is very slow today. Okay, Flor, I hope you don't mind. Let's continue with the explanation of punctuation rules. So we were seeing this yesterday, well, Monday, right? Punctuation rules. So far we've seen commas, we've seen quotation marks, and we've seen parentheses, right? So let's see some other rules. Apostrophes. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. So can you recognize an apostrophe in this statement? She's at work, she's at work.
The apostrophe is between she and is.
Exactly, yes, thank you very much. So it's right here. So usually apostrophes show possession, but it can also indicate where a letter has been omitted from a form of contraction. So it means that these are two words, right? So that's when we have two words together. Usually a noun and the verb be or an auxiliary verb, right? And in some cases, it's also possessions. Let's see some examples. So, let me. Okay. So the first one example is going to show possession. Let's read this first part and then the example. Thank you.
To show possession, add an apostrophe and an S to singular nouns or indefinite pronouns that end in one or body. Jenny's book, anyone's guess, somebody's laptop, the wall's temple.
Great. So in this example, we're just adding the apostrophe plus S to show possession between these two, right? Who's the owner of the book? Jenny. No, they're talking about who belongs the laptop to. No, they're saying no, somebody. Same logic. No? Or it could be anyone. Same thing. Logic, right? Yes. And this is just an arena. So same logic. All right. Let's see. The second one is the same, possessive. However, these are plural possessive nouns. Let's read it, please.
And only an apostrophe for plural possessive nouns ending in S. Remember that apostrophe placement depends on whether there is more than one noun. A student's book, one student. A student's books, more than one student.
Excellent. Example.
My parents' car, the musician's instrument.
Excellent. So in the first example, it was just one person, right? Jenny, anyone, well, the word, right? Somebody, it's representing one person. In the second one, we have plurals, right? Parents, musicians. So the rules tell us when we are going to talk about plurals possession, we just add the apostrophe. That's all. All right,
the apostrophe at the end of the word.
At the end of the noun, no? Or subject, like we call it.
Okay.
And well, we use these with nouns, right? But we do not use it with possessive pronouns. No, like in this example, no, yours, theirs, etc. all of these possessive pronouns are not used with possession. And can you read the last explanation, please?
Apostrophes are also used in contraction. Two words which have been combined into one to mark where the missing letter or letters will be. I am, I have, cannot, can't, let us, let's, they are, there, you are, your.
Excellent. So it's like it's saying, no, it's showing where the missing letters will be, no? So, well, we already seen this before, no? So that's called contractions. When we put two words and we combine them in one. All right, any questions so far, Flor?
No.
Okay. Let's clear this, let's continue. Okay, the next topic is quite short. So we're going to see the difference between colon and semicolon. All right, so let's see. So colons follow independent clauses and call attention to the information that comes after. So colons are this, no? Let's read the first explanation, please.
Colons come after the independence clause, complete sentence, and before the word, phrase, sentence, quotation, or list they are introducing.
Okay, let's read examples, please.
Lately, I have had only one thing on my mind, graduation. Lately, I have had one thing on my mind, graduating from college. Lately, I have had only one thing on my mind, I can't wait to graduate. Lately, I have had several things on my mind, papers, grades, and final.
So in all of the examples, we're putting colons, right, to introduce a list of things. I'm sorry, a list of things that are introducing, no? So such as graduation from college, no, okay, information, no, or maybe just a list of things, right? That's it, the correct use of columns. Let's see the next one, please.
Never use a colon after a verb that directly introduces a list.
Let's read examples, please.
The things on my mind are paper, grades, and finals. The things on my mind are the following: papers, grades, and finals.
All right. So basically here we're seeing that if the verb that we are using not to describe anything, for example, a list of things, is directly introducing the list, we don't need to because it's too obvious. So that's why this first example, the columns here are incorrect. And for instance, in the second example, the verb is not directly introducing, no? It goes, are the following. No, the following are like next, no? So it's not directly introduce them. So therefore here it's correct to use colons. And the correct way to use this statement is without the colons, no? Any questions, Fleur?
No.
Okay, great. Let's continue. Now let's see semicolons. Semicolons are this one, no? Let's read the first one, please.
Semicolons join two independent clauses, complete sentences, that are closely related if no coordinating conjunction is used. Megan said she was tired. She have stayed up late including giraffe, shade, holds of foreign newspaper.
Excellent. So in this example, this first idea, it's an independent clause. It means that no, it's something that it doesn't relate on the second idea. So that's why we use semicolon to put them together. No, they're not necessarily be close to each other. They're independent. No. Let's see the second example, please.
Semicolons signal to a reader that the information in both sentences should be taken together. We were planning to go get coffee, however, he had to cancel.
Excellent. So in the second example, they are not totally independent clauses, no, because the information it has a connection, no. So it's basically saying though that this idea it's connected to the second idea. No, we are planning to go get coffee. However, no, he had to cancel. It's putting the ideas together. And finally, please.
Semicolon help avoid confusing between items in lists where there are already commas. She traveled to Sao Paulo, Brazil, Seoul, South Korea, and Nairobi, Kenya.
Excellent. So we already have commas here that they are separating a list of countries, right? And in these examples, no, these two countries goes together, right? Sao Paulo, Brazil, no, the capital, South Korea, no, in Nairobi, Kenya. So we already have commas, so putting commas here again, it doesn't really make sense, no, because this is part of it, separating, and this is well, saying that these are the same in the list if you want to. However, it's a different type of category, no? This goes together, but separating from this other idea that goes together, separating from this another idea, right? So any questions here, Fleur?
Yes, in the first example, is just necessary a comma instead of the semicolons.
Because they are two independent clauses, no? So for example, if I just say this, you understand the idea. No, Mega said she was tired. It's a complete sentence. And then I have another complete sentence, no? She had stayed up late cutting giraffe-shaped holes out of the foreign newspapers. So both are independent clauses, no complete sentence. I'm just putting this to separate one from the other, not to emphasize that this is one idea and this is the second one. That might or might not can help us to describe something. No, they're just two independent ideas or independent sentences. So it's usually the same in Spanish. I'm not sure if you ever use a semicolon. But it's like everything is part of one thing. However, we have one complete sentence here and then we separate it, no? With semicolon, and then we describe the second complete idea.
Okay.
It's a little bit clear?
In the second example,
yeah, the ideas are linked together, no? It's saying we're planning to go get coffee, and then it's using a connecting word, no? However, no, it's saying no. Oh, well, on the other hand, no, he had to cancel. So here is like giving it's adding information about it, no, but the information goes together to understand the whole idea.
Okay.
So it's like adding a little bit more of the main information. That's why we're using no, semicolon. And usually commas here, I think I didn't explain, but all the linking words or connecting words are usually followed by a comma. That's why we have a comma here. Linking words are however, therefore, for instance, but we're going to see this later. Maybe another question? Or
No, it's okay.
okay, great. So next, then we have the last, well, then we have dash, no? We've seen colon, semicolon, and then let's see dash, the last punctuation rule. So dashes are not very common, I will say, in Spanish, but in English, they connect groups of words to other groups of words, but we use them to emphasize them, all right? Usually the dash separates words in the middle or at the end of the sentence. Usually we don't start with a two-word in the sentence. No, usually it's going to separate words in the middle or in the end of the sentence. Let's see the first explanation, please.
In the middle of a sentence, a dash can put a special emphasis on a group of words or make them stand out from the rest of the sentence.
All right, let's read the examples.
Our ideas for the weekend: going to a movie, having a picnic, doing homework, and hiking Garcia Trail seem like a lot of requisites in. Our ideas for the weekend: going to a movie, having a picnic, doing homework, and hiking Garcia Trail seems like a lot of whistling.
All right, thank you very much. So in the first example, you might want to emphasize an idea, no? If you want to emphasize it, it's saying that we should use dashes, such as in the second one, no? I'm emphasizing something important that I want to emphasize or stand out in the middle of a sentence, no? That because it's in the middle, I use the dashes here. Now I am emphasizing that these are the ideas for the weekend. So let's see the second explanation, please.
At the end of a sentence, a dash separates information from the rest of the sentence.
All right, let's see.
I knew the material perfectly until test day. We went to Slauson Park, the one north of Fifth Street.
Excellent, thank you. So in this example, when we use it at the end, we are separating this information from the rest. No, so it's basically, no, we have like, we're emphasizing this, but it's not part of the first idea, no? I knew the material perfectly until test day. So I'm separating this idea from this other idea, but usually the dash goes here, no? When the information that I want to separate, it goes at the end. Same in the second example. Any questions, Claire?
No, it's okay.
All right. Let me clear this. Okay. So now let's see coordinating conjunctions. So these words are called coordinating conjunctions because they're going to help us to join sometimes two elements and we can join verbs, we can join nouns, adjectives, phrases, independent clauses, or complete sentences. And we're going to see each of them, but these are the coordinating conjunctions. Can we read them, please? Down here.
For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so.
Excellent. So usually to remember, we can scramble the word. No, it will be fanboys. All right, usually we remember them by this. No, so we have the beginning of each word, so we can remember. All right. So basically,
nor is like no.
yes,
What is
exactly.
nor?
Exactly. It's similar. However, it has some rules. We're going to see this in a moment. All right. However, basically, the use of coordinating rules is to join two elements. All right, but sometimes they're different, sometimes are similar, sometimes it's the word, sorry, a reason, no? So let's see some of them. Let's start with the first one. But basically, no, they join two elements. Let's see. Oh, sorry, this is. So we have some examples here. So basically, this is the summary, no, of these words, what it means. So for in a coordinating conjunction, it's used as a because, no? And we use it to add, no? To add an information. Nor, it means and not, basically, like it's adding information, but excluding one of them. No, but it means however, or is neither. It sometimes is used with nor too. Yet needs but, and so means therefore. No, like in result, basically. So let's see. Let's start with the first one. All right. So for explains a reason. So it's the first coordinating conjunction in fanboys. It explains a reason. So this is important. For it's going to explain a reason or a purpose. It's the same use as because. It could be, it has the same meaning, not as because. So it's usually going to put together two independent clauses. All right. So can you read examples, please? Let me show.
Juanita eats healthy for she wants to stay in shape. My husband sent me flowers for he loves me.
Excellent. So in these two examples, the use of for, it could be the same as because. No, it's giving a reason or a purpose. So Juanita is healthy because she wants to stay in shape. Or my husband sent me flowers because he loves me. Now, the use of this conjunction is a little bit more formal. It's a little bit more formal than because it's more common to use, no? But the use of for, it's a little bit more formal, especially for academic writing. All right, and for sometimes we can confuse it with the preposition, the regular preposition. So it's basically saying, no, it's explaining or it's talking about, or it could be like it's introducing a person, no, or it's introducing an object. Now, for example, I bought this gift for you. Sometimes we can confuse it with the regular preposition, right? Such as for you. But when it's used to explain why something is happening, then we have the coordinating conjunction. All right, so any questions with the first conjunction?
No, it's okay.
Okay, great. The use of for, it has to have a comma. it goes together. No, sorry. So remember that it's comma, for. They go together. All right. So to explain the reason or purpose is comma and then for. Comma, for. All right.
Okay.
Let's continue. Okay, the second one, the second coordinating conjunction is and. And is one of the most common coordinating conjunctions, and basically it's going to add, right? It's going to add one thing to another. It can be used to join two nouns in verbs or adjectives, either phrases or independent clauses. Let's see some examples. Let's read them, please.
I like to read and I write in my journal every night. You should invite Mario and Esteban to the party.
Excellent. So in this example here, we have two independent clauses, right? I like to read is an independent clause, and then I write in my journal every night, it's another, no? And help us to put both independent clauses together. And in the second example, we have nouns, but it could be used to also verbs, for example, eat and drink, adjectives, beautiful and expensive, I don't know, no? So, or phrases such as. So, oh, one more, sorry. Let's read this one too.
The puppies run and jump when their owner comes home.
Excellent. So in this example, same thing, no? It's adding two verbs, run and jump. So the use of and, like I mentioned before, is one of the most common coordinating conjunctions. Is too common sometimes, no? Sometimes that's why we want to replace this conjunction with any coordinating word, such as also or furthermore, no? It's very common to try to don't use and too much because it's too common. And well, it's usually going to connect the same part of the speech. So basically it's adding more information to the same topic, right? Or two clauses that are equal important, no? So there is no one idea that is more important than the other. No, it's not, there is no maybe that Mario is more important than the Stefan, or maybe running is more important than jump. No, they're equally important. So the order doesn't really matter. All right, so any questions with the second conjunction?
No, it's okay.
Okay, great. So let me clear this. Let's see the third. Okay, now the one that you had some questions about, no? Nor. Nor is going to present a second negative idea. All right, so it's used basically to present, it's going to present a second negative idea to join a negative idea in the first clause. So the whole idea, it's going to be negative, right? So it joins, summarizing, right? Is going to join two negative ideas together. All right, so let's see some examples. Let's read them, please.
My sister doesn't like to study, nor does she take notes in class.
Mm-hmm.
Our family hasn't been to New York, nor had we been to Florida.
Excellent. So in these two examples, the logic of the verbs are changed a little bit. However, both ideas are together. No, because I have a negative here, and the use of nor is representing negative in the second one too. nor does she take notes, nor have we been, no? So nor is usually used after neither, no? And is going to join these two ideas together. All right, so any questions here?
No, it's okay.
All right. So the use of nor, remember, joins two negative ideas together. That's why maybe we never seen it before. It's not very common, right? To use or to join two ideas or negatives together. All right, the next one is another very common conjunction, coordinating conjunction, which is but. It shows contrast between two words, phrases or ideas of equal importance. So let's see some examples. Let's read them, please.
Television is a wonderful escape, but interferes with my writing. We would love to attend the birthday party, but we had plans that day.
Excellent. So in both of the examples, this is showing contrast, right? So it's saying television is a wonderful escape, but it interferes with my writing. So this second idea is contrasting the first idea. No, it's going the opposite way. Same here, no? We would love to attend this birthday party, but we have plans that day. So again, it's contrast, no? It's the other. It's a negative idea, maybe it's going in contrast to the first one. And but is only a conjunction when the clauses on either side express opposite ideas. So we're basically having two opposite ideas that we're putting them together with but. All right, so any questions here?
No, it's okay.
Okay, great. But is very common, right? So we don't really need more explanation. All right, the next one, it's or. So this next coordinating conjunction presents an alternative or a choice, such as and, no? It can be used between two of the same part of the speech as well as two phrases of clauses. So remember, or presents alternative or choice. Let's read them, please.
Would you rather read a book or watch a good TV show? Do you prefer to go to bed early or to stay up late?
Excellent. So in both examples, no, in the first, the two examples, sorry, are questions, right? It's saying, would you rather do this or do that? Or do you prefer to go to bed early or to stay up? It's basically giving you an alternative or a choice between two options, no? And you can use or as a correlative conjunction. So it can be also used with either. Either, for example, it's representing that, not two alternatives. Either you get in the car now or will be late. Either it's representing two ideas. So either you do this or either you do that. And well, and like we mentioned here, no, as a conjunction pair to connect opposite ideas. So in this example, these are going to connect, or is going to connect positive ideas. All right, so any questions here, sir?
No.
All right, so remember, or usually give us an alternative or a choice, right? It's mostly used with positive ideas, no? And very common to use in questions, for instance, and also statements. Okay. So let's see the next one. Yet. The contrasting idea is yet. It introduces a contrasting idea that follows the preceding idea logically. So let's see some examples. Let's read them, please.
I really want a kitten, yet my mom says we have too many cats. The students like their teacher, yet they wish he graduated more fairly.
All right. In both examples, yet is introducing a contrasting idea that is preceding the idea logically, no? So it's saying, I really want a kid, and yet my mom says we have too many cats. So it's not the opposite, completely opposite, right? It's not saying I really want a kitten, but I cannot have a kitten because my mom doesn't want, right? It's not totally opposite. That's why we don't use but. Yet is just going to contrast, or is introducing a contrasting idea, no? That is following the logic. Same here, no? The students like their teacher, yet they wish he graded more fairly. No, the grade is like to check homework, right, and give points, or to grade it if you pass or not a class, right? So that's the use of yet, and yet implies that an action may be able to change in the future, no? For example, I love to ice skate, yet I don't know how, no? So the use of yet also implies, implies that the action might change in the future. It might change. All right, so any questions here, Fleur?
No, it's okay.
All right, so many of these coordinating conjunctions are very common, right? So let's see the last one. So it's going to indicate a result or a effect. So let's read the examples, please.
I like to read, so I didn't mind the long reading assignment. Our car won't start, so we call a mechanic.
So this so it is representing an effect, a result, or a consequence, right, from an early clause. So it's saying I like to read, so in result, as a consequence, I didn't mind the long reading assignment, no? Or such as in the second part, our car won't start. So as a result, no, it doesn't work, basically. So as a result, we call the mechanic. No, that's an effect, result, or consequence. And we've seen this, I think, I'm not sure, but so it can also be used as an adverb. No, an adverb, for example, I am so tired. No, it's implying that I'm not just tired, I'm very tired. And it's also a linking word when it's linking two words or ideas together. No, so that's the last coordinating, conjunction. Any questions with this last one?
No.
All right. So obviously there is a lot of information, right? However, let's go back And let's see this little one. All right, so let's read one more time so we can remember them. So let's read the word, the conjunction, then the meaning, and the example, please.
Okay. For, because, son drank some water, for he was thirsty.
Excellent.
And in addition to, I take milk and sugar in my tea.
Okay.
Nor and not. Sarah doesn't like apples, nor does she like pears. But, however, all the children want to eat pizza, but no one wants to buy it. Or either we could go to a zoo, or we could go to the theme park.
Right.
Yet, but the weather was cold and wet, yet we enjoy very much. So, therefore, he is sick, so he is not going to the school.
Excellent. So we're seeing a little bit more of the coordinating conjunction. So basically, no, these are their meaning, right? So now comes the homework. Remember I told you you will have homework after a couple of after a couple of classes. So let me show you what is your homework. So because we're just practicing now. We're going to start with a very easy writing. So let me share this with you. All right, so that's the explanation. Let me share it with you, okay? Remember, you can, okay, it's already done. Okay, so the code is on the chat there. So if you can join me, please.
Okay.
All right, great. So you are here, no? And
Yes.
basically, the instruction is quite easy. Okay, can you read them, please?
Choose a topic to write about. It could be anything. Every time you need to use punctuation rules as you then. Try to use all 7 coordinating conjunction. Write at least 2 paragraphs about your topic.
Excellent. So in this example is telling you first, choose a topic. Okay, remember this topic is maybe going to be the same one for all of the little homeworks. All right, so you can choose anything. And we're going to write at least 2 paragraphs about the topic. So, for example, now if you will be writing about cats, no? Every time you're writing information about cats, for instance, no, you have to use all the punctuation rules. No? You can describe, your topic. You can talk about it maybe in your experience. You can talk about it, with like formal information. It's up to you. But we're gonna do the effort to use all of the 7 coordinating conjunctions. So maybe I can copy and paste this picture for you here. So you have information there, right? Also, I'm going to put all the presentation on a link so you can take a look to it each time. ¿No? El link te lo voy a poner por aquí arriba para que lo puedas revisar. Lo voy a subir a un drive o algún lugar. Entonces, si quieres revisar la presentación, you're going to be able to just click on it, ¿no? Y te va a mandar a la presentación y puedes revisar si quieres, ¿no? La explicación amplia de todo el tema que hemos visto hasta ahora. Entonces, the first thing you have to do, you have to think about the topic. You would like to, you would like to write about, ¿ok? Entonces, tal vez podemos hacer un esfuerzo de ir escribiendo esto. Lo ideal, Flor, sería que esto esté hasta antes del viernes. El jueves por la noche, sí, ya te puedo dar algunas recomendaciones y correcciones. Y así ya antes de iniciar el siguiente tema. ¿Ok? So, okay, well, one thing I wanted to ask you is, do you know what a paragraph is?
Yes, is where there are an introduction, the middle, and a conclusion.
All right. So yes, it could be like that. It could be organized like that. So usually a paragraph is going to be 3, 4 ideas together, right? In a block, in a little block, no? It's going to start with an uppercase word. It's going to use, it could use commas, no, it could be periods. It could use these coordinating conjunctions, no? Etc. To put at least at least 3, 4 ideas together. So let me show you an example of a paragraph. Okay, so let me copy and paste it here. Vamos a bajar un poquito esto para que se vea bien. So this is a little example of a paragraph. No, we have one statement here, right? There are several ways to write an example of a paragraph. Then I have a period, right? Then it continues. The easiest way to write is to write a list of some sort. Then you have another period, then goes, for example, you could make a list of all of the reasons that lead you to the decision. Then I have another period, no? You could make a list of the courses you're reading, or you could write, no? So it's basically many ideas that are going to come together, right? I can use commas, periods, etc. To put these ideas together. The ideas could be independent, could go in contrast, it could be affirmative, negative, right? So usually the logic in English is to write not too long paragraphs, no? So it's a longer, it's a long statement, no? It's a long, yes, it's a long statement, basically about the same topic, right? The whole paragraph is talking about the same topic, right? So any questions, Flor? I wanted to explain this so you can have an idea of what to write. So you have to write at least 2 paragraphs. So it could be this long, right? But you need 2 about whatever topic you choose.
Is 2 paragraphs about the same topic or different topic?
It's the same topic, yes. So again, if you will be talking about, I don't know, dogs, no? The whole information how to talk about dogs. But remember, you can use, well, you have to follow all the punctuation rules, no? As you write, no? Like for example, here we have some periods, we have commas, right? But try to use all the coordinating conjunctions. Try, all right, try to write all of them. So the 7 conjunctions, all right? So any questions, Fleur?
No, it's clear.
All right. So you can write down below here. You can write maybe like this, know your topic, and then you can write maybe paragraph 1, and then I'll give you some space, and then paragraph 2. So it's not too long, right? And try to use as many coordinating conjunctions as you can, and try to follow, please, all of the punctuation rules. All right, so that will be.
Can
Yes.
you share the link in WhatsApp?
Oh, sure. The link for this document?
Yes.
Yes, sure. I'll do it right now. So any other question?
No.
All right. So that will be it for today's class, Flor. Thank you very much. I will advise you maybe to try to write it until tomorrow night, so I can check how you did on Friday morning.
Okay.
And I can give you some notes, right? So that will be it, Flor. Thank you very much. I'll run today's polls.
Okay, thank you.
You can answer the polls, today's polls. I'm sending the link through the chat. All right, great. You have it on WhatsApp too. So thank you very much, Flor. That will be it for today. Have a great day. See you tomorrow in class. Well, sorry, on Friday, yes. Thank you, Flor. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.